After 19 years of real estate here in Columbia, South Carolina, there are a few things I've noticed that buyers typically do not know about homes here. These are the things you need to know before you buy here in Columbia and exactly what to do to get it right during your home buying journey. The offer process is a big one. Real estate is very local and real estate laws are state specific. In South Carolina, listing agents cannot disclose if there are any offers on a home, how many offers there may be, or if any other offers have previously been made on the home without their seller's permission. Discussing that without their seller's permission is a breach of confidentiality here in South Carolina. Sellers are not required to disclose multiple offers, and they have full discretion over how they choose to handle the offers that they do receive. If they wanted, they could reject every offer. They could review all of the offers and pick the highest and best. Or they could reject some offers and then extend the opportunity for highest and best to a select few. Or they could disclose multiple offers to everyone and give everyone an opportunity to submit their highest and their best. When offers are received, the only thing a seller cannot do is accept more than one offer as the primary offer. Any other offers that are negotiated always have to go in backup status. When you make an offer, especially if it's a home that you are very interested in, you cannot assume that yours is the only offer in play or that the seller is going to notify you of a multiple offer situation. You can't assume that you're going to be given a chance to improve your offer. Taking your financial ability and also your personal comfort level into consideration, be sure that your first offer is in fact your best offer because there is no guarantee that you're going to get a second chance to improve it. Basements are another big thing. This really gets people that are moving here from outside of South Carolina. We do not have many basement homes. Our water table level is relatively shallow, and that makes basement homes a no-go for most lots in our area. You might see a nice daylight or walkout basement on homes on Lake Murray because of the slope from the front to the back of the lot. And every once in a while, there might be an off-water lot somewhere around town that is set up just perfectly for that walkout daylight basement. But be prepared that it is very rare. Sometimes you'll see homes that offer an unfinished basement, and most of the time that basement area is more of really a high crawl space that's really just best used for storage. Given our lack of basements, you need to plan accordingly for your square footage needs. If storage is your main concern, you need to look for a home that has a detached garage workshop space or room to add one on later. If it's extra living space that you're after, you need to look for homes with more square footage that have maybe a large loft or a large bonus room area. Do you love old homes in established neighborhoods that are just packed with charm and character? I know I certainly do. But these types of homes in the downtown Columbia area are likely going to be in a historic district or a community character area, and that comes with an additional layer of rules and requirements that you need to be aware of as a homeowner. The DDRC at the City of Columbia is responsible for design review and design approval of projects that are in these historic districts. And the type of district it's located in is going to shape how strict those reviews will be. And the purpose of these districts is to preserve the character and the integrity of either individual homes in that area or the overall character of the neighborhood as a whole. They want the work that you're doing to the exterior of these existing homes to match what's already there, what's already common for the neighborhood in the time period. And that could include windows and doors, siding, other architectural and structural features of the home's exterior. Now, for new construction, you might be able to use more modern materials that closely reflect the historic details, but those materials do have to visually reflect and model those historic details. They can just be made from a more modern material. If you're looking at older homes and older neighborhoods in the Columbia area, be sure to ask your agent if the home is located in any district that might might have historic overlay. If an agent does not frequently sell older homes or homes in the downtown area, they may not be aware that these overlays exist. So it's always a good idea to contact the DDRC yourself and inquire about the location of the home before you make an offer or while you're under contract in your due diligence period. Termites. When you're making an offer on a home, you want to pay close attention to the property disclosure and to the selection on termites. Here, a seller is going to disclose if the home has a termite bond in place, if there's been any termite treatment done to the property, and if they are aware of there being any active infestation or any existing damage caused by termites. It's not required for a seller to have or even to offer a termite bond to a buyer, but just in case that seller does have one, I encourage you to contact the bond company during your due diligence period and get the details of that bond in writing. You're going to want to know when the renewal is, what the renewal fee is, and if the bond is even transferable, because not all bonds are. And then you also need to know what the transfer cost to you is going to be. You also want to know if the bond is a retreat only bond or if it is also a repair bond. That means, what is the bonding company going to do if an active infestation is found? Will they only retreat the home, or are they also going to repair any damage that gets caused by that future active infestation? Because termite bonds are optional and not required, if the home is not covered by a bond, I would encourage you after closing to contact a local termite company and have that home placed under a bond. It's going to protect you and your financial and your time investment in your home from future damage. In all of South Carolina, Columbia included, there are 2 different tax rates for residential real estate. Owner-occupied homes are taxed at a 4% ratio, and non-owner-occupied homes, meaning all investment property like rentals, are taxed at a 6% ratio. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a big difference, but it actually is quite significant. And the investment tax rate is usually about 3.5 times higher than the owner-occupant rate. When a residential property changes hands, guess what? The county and the state automatically assume that it's an investment property, and they make you, as the new homeowner, prove that it is in fact your primary residence and that you are occupying the home yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be taxed at that 6% ratio when the next tax bill gets issued in October or November of every year. You can fill out an application online, makes it very easy. You have to have copies of your South Carolina driver's license and vehicle registration that shows the home as your address. You have to have your social security cards and copies of your most recent income tax return for federal and state. And this is required for all owners of the home, including your spouses. So they're very serious about this application and confirming that you indeed occupy the home as your primary residence before you will qualify for that exemption. I'm Bethany Way with the Geary Group at Keller Williams, and if you are looking to make a move in Columbia, South Carolina, my team and I are here to help, and we would love to hear from you. Our contact info is in the description, and until then, you can learn more about the different areas of Columbia by clicking the video on the screen now.